Hello, good morning to everyone. It's 8 a.m. on an admittedly gloomy day again here in Manila. I guess we're now really entering the height of the rain. Well, we're starting the rainy season in earnest here in the Philippines. We've just gotten past a typhoon. Thankfully, hopefully, it has not made your weekend incredibly gloomy. Unfortunately, here it was raining most of the weekend, so weather could be better. Hopefully, the sun will come out, but the sky is pretty gray here right now. Anyway, so first of all, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever in the world and whatever time you might be tuning in to watch us to this session of the Agribusiness and Countryside Development Foundation. My name is Judas Barcelona. I'm the president of the foundation and pleased to be your host for this morning's session. I'm sorry for being gone for the last two sessions. I hope our chair, Mr. Ernie Ordonez, has been, I'm sure, more than a competent replacement for me during this time. But otherwise, I'm back and I'm glad to be taking over for the hosting again this month. Comes to everybody that makes the Agribusiness and Countryside Development Foundation possible. To all of our members, our individual members, corporate members, special partner institutions, and senior special partner institutions, all of whom without we would not be here today. The Agribusiness and Countryside Development Foundation is in partnership with the Management Association of the Philippines, and we are a non-profit member-supported organization. Without your generosity and support, we would not be able to bring you our educational sessions every 2 weeks for the improvement of the Philippine countryside and for poverty reduction through job creation by the promotion of small agribusiness creation in the countryside. Again, good morning to everyone. I'm glad to see so many faces. Join us again this morning. It's been a good run. These past couple of weeks, we've been looking at a lot of talented, hardworking, young entrepreneurs from all over the country. Many thanks really to the office of Senator Kiko Pangilinan for introducing us to so many young agripreneurs and entrepreneurs looking at ways to develop products for the Filipino market. We are happy to support them as well by promoting them and showing them, introducing them to our audience and to everybody who might be watching us today. All right, so without further ado, please allow me to introduce our speaker for this morning. She is a licensed agriculturist, youth agripreneur, and social entrepreneur from Lucban, Quezon. She is the founder and owner of Banahaw Creations, a nationally recognized social enterprise behind Pangsapaw sa Bahaw, the first Filipino-inspired, ready-to-eat fried rice seasoning paste in the Philippines, developed to promote food sustainability, reduce food waste, and create livelihood opportunities for communities. She is a proud alumna of Quezon Science High School and Southern Luzon State University, earning her Bachelor of Science in Agribusiness Management and Entrepreneurship from the University of the Philippines, Los Baños. Her venture, Banahaw Creations, originated as her undergraduate thesis and was recognized as the best thesis in the Agribusiness Management and Entrepreneurship program in 2025, eventually evolving into a nationally recognized enterprise. Without further ado, may I please ask our speaker, Miss Xyza, to take the floor and please walk us through her journey into creating Banahaw Creations. Xyza, good morning.
Hi, good morning, sir. Uh, it's been uh, it's been days since we met. So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
been
good
a while.
morning, and thank you for having me here.
Yes, po. So, really glad to have you here this morning, Saiza. So I guess before we start with your presentation, maybe you could give us tell us your story. Tell us your story, and then and then please, whenever you're ready, go ahead and talk to us about Banahaw Creations. Go ahead, Saiza.
Yeah, okay. So I'll be sharing a quick story here because I also have something in the presentation itself. So yeah, as you said earlier, it started as my thesis. So I'm from UPLB, an alumna of UPLB. And actually, this is a blessing in disguise, this Banahaw Creations project, because it's my third project actually. So my first two was a big project, I must say. A big capital is needed for it to happen. So during my summertime and during the summer, I thought of having this banana creations, and it started because I wanted to give a solution, and I also wanted to prolong our culture. So in Lokban, Quezon, I'm from Lokban, Quezon, so we have the culture of pamamahaw. So we eat leftover rice, we eat leftover food, whatever's in the kitchen. So as a snack in the afternoon. So it's our way of pamamahaw. It's our way of bonding in the family to eat together, to have a snack together, but with rice. So yeah, I put together the culture and the how to solve the problem in terms of food waste. So yeah, Banahaw Creations was created, and later on I'll be sharing more with you later. So yeah, let us start now with my presentation.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, let me share my screen with you. So here's my presentation. Can everyone see?
It's still loading. Okay, there we go. Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, I call my presentation Rise Up, Turning Bahaw into a Breakthrough Innovation. And again, Bahaw is a leftover rice. So I always wanted to use the word Bahaw because it's still food, right? And it's hardship of our farmers. So yeah, transforming leftover rice into value, nutrition, and zero waste. So yeah, again, wait. I am Xyza, or they also call me the Bahaw Queen, and I'm the founder and owner of Banahaw Creations, a Lukban-based food business. And today I'll be presenting with you our story and about rice and Banahaw Creations. So again, thank you for having me, and let's go. So again, a short, quick story. The business was launched in September 2024 as a thesis. So yeah, as said earlier as well, I also graduated with Best Thesis Award. So thankfully that even though it's my third project already, I still have the God's blessing to have that award. And we are an advocate of food sustainability, and our product promotes convenience, sustainability, and of course, Filipino flavors. So, Banahaw Creations, again, is inspired by Filipino tradition of pamamahaw and utilizing leftover rice or what we call the bahaw. So, we created Pangsapaw sa Bahaw, a ready-to-eat Filipino-inspired fried rice seasoning paste that transforms leftover rice into flavorful rice meal. And currently, we continue to grow through innovation, product development, and nationwide online selling. So I'm very proud to share with you our flagship product, the Pangsapaw sa Bahaw. These are our products. So Pangsapaw sa Bahaw is the first and the only Filipino-inspired fried rice seasoning paste here in the country, in the Philippines. So again, we give convenience because it is ready to eat. So some of you might ask how to use this product. So you simply mix it with your rice, with your leftover rice, of course. We wanted to utilize our leftover rice so that we could have zero food waste. So there, you simply mix 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of our paste per cup of rice, and then it's ready to eat. So it's like a Filipino chow fan. That's our goal, Filipino chow fan. So our flavors celebrate Filipino classics. We have here chicken adobo, our classic chicken adobo. Pork kinulog, this one is adobo in yellow turmeric. So it's still very Filipino, and it's one of the pride of Lokban, Quezon as well, the pork kinulog. We also have here beef caldereta, mixed seafood, savory garlic, and of course, longganisang Lokban. These are all proud flavors from Lokban, Quezon. And as I've said earlier, I also wanted to share the culture, not just the culture, but also the flavor, the taste of the taste of Filipino. So there. And our goal is to provide convenient, affordable, and ready-to-eat products while helping reduce food waste, through leftover rice utilization. I again and again I'll be repeating myself about food utilization or leftover rice utilization or zero food waste because that's how we advocate. So next, so yeah, we started as a home base. So from from home, me and my family are doing this project since before, but through scaling up and through expansion, we have our team already. So quick sharing. So yeah, on to our presentation. I sorry. Let's go back. I created this innovation because as a daughter, student, and entrepreneur, my family and I usually experience the spoilage of leftover rice. I think most of the Filipinos could relate to that. And due to my hectic schedule before, between schoolwork and silent businesses, I usually end up eating instant meals which are unhealthy or overspending on some of our carinderias and fast food chain, which are now getting expensive due to inflation. And worse, there are very few healthy and affordable alternatives available. So let's go back to my slide. So what makes our product unique? So first, friendly. Instead of spending pesos, much pesos per meal from carinderias or fast food chain, you will only be spending, I think, 19 to 28 pesos just per cup of rice. And then uh, it's quick since it is convenient and it's ready to prepare. You don't need to add any ingredients or long cooking time. So it's very quick to prepare. You just simply mix it, or you can also microwave it afterwards if you want hot and quick meal. You can also, of course, saute it for the best fried rice experience. So it's also healthy and nutritious because it has no MSG, no artificial flavor also backed up by our food technologists and nutritionists. We also support just food sustainability by helping, again, eliminate food waste through the utilization of leftover rice. And lastly, this will be a revolutionizing alternative meal solution to solve problems about leftover rice while enjoying it like having a deluxe meal or a restaurant like fried rice. So there. So now let's move forward through my presentation. So for me, why should we invest in agribusiness? So agribusiness has a lot of ripple impact. So Philippines is rich in agricultural resources. Am I right? Uh, banana. We also have the fisheries sector, and of course our corn and rice. So I want to share with you that agribusiness is no longer just about farming. It is about innovation, value, and sustainable enterprises. So just like what had from the past weeks from YFC awardees, so we wanted to give you innovative products. We wanted to give value creation. We also wanted to give jobs and income here on the side. We generate livelihoods and improve incomes. We also wanted to highlight that here in agribusiness, we are having stronger communities. So we uplift lives, we build a better and more sustainable future. And then it's just a ripple of impact. So it could be a great system here in the Philippines. So yeah, we have economic opportunity, we have value adding potential because as for me, Banahaw Creation doesn't have our own land. So we are helping local farmers, we are helping local suppliers. So even though we don't have our own land, we can transform raw agricultural products into higher value innovations. We're still on the value chain because we are on the production side. So yeah, we support local farmers, we reduce waste, we create value, and of course, as consumers increasingly seek convenient, innovative, and locally made products, we are now expanding, and the growing market demand is really good as of the moment. So there. We also have the picture here on the bottom. We have the bahaw or the leftover rice. And as you will use our product, the Pangsapaw sa Bahaw, I mean, that idea of using the Bahaw and the Pangsapaw sa Bahaw is an award winning itself because, as Sir Julius said earlier, we are an award winning business, and currently, Banahaw Creations is the representative, and we also won in the national stage of Young Farmers Challenge as top one. So, yeah, from a simple idea, from a simple project, it could have a big impact on our society. So next slide. So I also wanted to highlight potential investment areas. So we all know that uh, these are some of the common commodities that we are facing. So we have the coconut areas. So where can we most see our coconut? Here in the Quezon province, there. The banana in Davao, coastal communities in our Visayas, Mindanao areas, rice producing areas in Nueva Ecija, vegetable and other crop areas, there's a lot. So again, Philippines is rich in agricultural resources. And I also wanted to highlight that Banana creation started as locally, right? So to share with you, I just wanted to give some inspiration. So just look around your city or municipality, focus on the things that are pride of your place or abundant in your area. So maybe we have a viewer who would want to start having a business in agribusiness or would want to start in these commodities. So just look around your city or municipality, and we all know that every community has resources. So every resource has potential. So that's I wanted to highlight. And we also have here the opportunities here, and the future is in your hands. So not just by planning, you also have to make an action. You also have after your decision, you have to make your action because when you are stuck in planning, in decision making, nothing could happen. So you have to move fast, you have to act now because time is gold, right? So I also wanted to uh, invite you to be part of Agribusiness Revolution if some of you are still not in the agribusiness sector. So agribusiness is such a great community, such a beautiful community to have and to explore. So we also have here our story from Bahaw to Breakthrough. Again, from the local resource, from our culture of pamamaha, the leftover rice here, and then the local culture, the local flavor, we turn it into an innovative product, which is the first and the only Filipino-inspired fried rice seasoning paste in the country, which is the Pangsapaw sa Bahaw. And I'm very proud to say with you that this is a local product and it's all natural. And we are an MSME right now. We're still an MSME. So hopefully we could expand more. And the result would be a God gift. So currently, again, we are a national award-winning enterprise from the Department of Agriculture. So I also wanted to share with you some of quotable quotes. So don't start by asking what business to build. So start by asking what your community already has. So instead of asking the business owners, the business expert, what business to build, I think they would answer there's no perfect business. There's no one answer for that. So it depends on the resources. It depends on your advocacy. It also depends on your passion and your wants. So the business, it's not just to build business. If you're an entrepreneur, you really would want to make an impact on our community so that you can help a lot of people. So it's not just being a selfish one to gain profit, to gain experience, but also to help or extend your hand in the community. And for us, for Banahaw Creations, we wanted to extend our help uh, through helping in eliminating the food waste. And also, again, to share our local foods or local flavors to the to nationwide and hopefully internationally. So we also have some of the pictures here below. Invest in your local resources, and then you create the value afterwards. And after you create the value, uh, time will come, you will support local farmers and you will build sustainable communities. So it's a good flow for you to start your business. So again, being an entrepreneur is not just to build a business and to gain profit, but we also wanted to support and help each other and to build sustainable communities. So yeah, speaking of local and helping each other, so our local suppliers are from Lukban and other neighboring towns. So we wanted to help our local farmers for them to gain, of course, profit and for them to gain other clients. Because, for example, we later on we will be having an example, and for us to be sure that our supplies are very safe, so we require our suppliers to send us their ASF and bird flu free certifications, I mean, so that we are very sure that our products are uh, not in risk in terms of food chain. So yeah, we are helping now, I think, six local farmers and I mean six for our six in Lukban, Quezon, and more in our neighboring town. So we also are requesting for their certifications like barangay or mayor's permit so that it's legal, you know. So yeah, we also visit them, of course, from time to time to see what is happening on their farm, to see what is happening on our supplies as well. If the supplies are still intact or yeah. So this is a story I wanted to share with you earlier. So we have here Mr. Eric Aboyan is one of our local suppliers. So this is a story of impact from Bahaw to Buhay. So I call it from Bahaw to Buhay. So this is a story of impact on how Banahaw Creations helped our local communities or our local farmers. So for Sir Eric Aboyan, he gathered a lot of clients after us because I also market Mr. Eric because I also wanted to help him throughout their lives because he has um, five kids, I think, and it's a lot, right? So it's we all know that our lives are not getting easy and the bills are getting higher. So I also market them. I market our local farmers to other clients so that they could gain more profit and they could gain more clients. So as of now, from that situation, he built or he added more hectares in his land. And from this house to this house, he renovated his house from the profits that he gained from us and from other clients. So next one is Mom Shelo. So she is one of our resellers. So he her daughter just finished college through reselling our products. So it's not just about the farmers, but also the women inside our community. So they could resell our products, and of course, they gain a big profit out of them because we wanted to share the money to our resellers as well. So it's of course it's their effort to promote our product. So we give great discount to them. So yeah, since we already shared with you that we started as a thesis, so we are required to register our businesses in DTI, in BIR, in Mayor's Permit, in all of that. But I also wanted to share with you that Banahaw Creations is already IPO PHPL registered. So Banahaw Creations is ours. So yeah. So we also started giving having workshops and trainings. Of course, we are in the business sector, so we would not want to risk our business So we also have our partner stores. We started with partner stores. So we are asking some of the restaurants, some of the milk tea shops, even milk tea shops. So we ask for their help. So right now we also have our partner stores, which are the specialty stores or the pasalubong stores there. We also partner with DTI, Department of Trade and Industry. We also have the Auto Hub under their program, under DTI's program. So you could see Banahaw creations Pangsapaw sa Bahaw through auto hubs. So auto hubs are in different what do you call those? Different provinces, in different municipalities. So we have a larger channels right now. So since we started with Young Farmers Challenge, we also have live interviews because they wanted to share our story. We also have e-commerce platforms, of course. Everyone now is in online. Everyone now is having their cell phones. So yeah, we are also on those platforms, Shopee, Lazada. We also have our own website. So later on, I'll be sharing with you on how to contact us as well. So we also have bazaars and expositions. We started in the campus. So since it is a thesis, it's from a campus. So we started selling there, and through time, we are invited in national expositions like this current MAFBEX. So Manila Food and Beverage Expositions in World Trade Center. We're also invited under Department of Agriculture. So we're very glad invited. And last, yes, the Gipsaka Day, just like what Mr. Julian said. So we met there, and it's also a national, it's not an exposition, but it's a national event for our farmers. So yeah, through invitations, we are very glad that we could share our stories, our advocacies, and of course our products to the market. And currently, our biggest or our newest news is that you could also see us through our Save More supermarket and hypermarket very, very soon. So thank you to SM for allowing us to promote our products and to showcase our products through SM stores. Thank you, SM. So yeah, I have this what they call this um game throughout my presentation because I also use this presentation to my other speakerships. So just as an icebreaker. So what do you think is the attitude that I had? That's why I'm still here, even though I'm still young, even though through hardships and experience, I'm still here. So hopefully someone could answer, but yeah, I'll just give it the shot. So it's the consistency. So we all know that motivation is not motivation is not enough for us to build the business. We all know that it's very hard to build a business, especially for me that I started undergrad and I don't have any knowledge and experience with the real business, with the outside world. Because as I graduate, I focus here on Banahaw creations. So after graduation, I took the board exam as well. So I don't have the time to gain experience in the outside world um what do you call it, to work in the other industry. So I believe that I still have a lot to improve. I believe that I still have a lot to work uh, on myself and on the business. So, but with consistency, with the right support system, it's very great. And I think it's God's blessing that everything is going well. But of course, there are mishaps and there's bumps on the road. But then, through God's grace, everything is working well and with consistency. I really wanted to highlight consistency. So it's not just for the business, but also for myself that I have to build a consistent attitude. I have to build a consistent mindset. I also have to build a consistent I have to have a fit body for me to work. Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to start young because there's a lot of business owners or business experts that I am talking to. So they are very glad that, oh, you're still young. They're very happy to see young generations starting to build especially in agribusiness. So yeah, but with the right support system, consistency, and motivation, of course, with the help of the Lord, we're very glad that we're still here in the business. Moreover, again, we started with expositions with the help of my friends as well. So this started last September 10, 2024. That's my first exposition in the campus. And that's where I also know Young Farmers Challenge because of my professor. He invited me to join the Young Farmers Challenge. So as they saw my booth preparation, they are very happy to see that I am very eager to start my business. So they invited me to join the Young Farmers Challenge. And yeah, this is my latest award here in my background. That's the national top one in the upscale category. So yeah, we started really, really humble. And again, I also flew to Bacolod to join the SEAL Beta under DTI. So I attend trainings because as I said, I really would I have a lot to improve. So yeah, I attend trainings, I pitch my business, and thankfully we have awards, most innovative product, best pitch award, and best boot setup award. So I also have some angels beside me. So this is I call him Mamu. So she became my mother when I flew to Bacolod. She's a very business-minded person. She has a lot of business, but still very, very humble. And I wouldn't know that she has a business. Some of my colleagues just told me that she has this business. She has a lot of businesses here in the Philippines. Oh, really? She doesn't tell me. She's very humble like that. So I have a lot of I call them angels. I have a lot of angels wherever I go. So again, it's God's grace that He's giving me the support system I have. So next slide, yeah, from home, we started with we started with the family. I showed you the pictures and videos earlier, and we are now expanding. So we have here pictures of single parent and out of school youth. So we also wanted to advocate that we are generating we give income to those sectors, so from home. And I'm very proud to say that we started with home based, and still we're still home based, but we have an opportunity to, since we have a growing demand, growing families, growing communities, so we are helping lots of resellers, local farmers, and beneficiaries. We're also tie up with local government units as we have initiatives. So we partner with them to make our projects. So we needed more space, right? So it's very glad that we are invited to make a production in a shared facility. So it's in Quezon province as well. So it's a bigger space, more convenient for us also because we there's an equipment there. There's more space, and it's also an FDA LTO approved already. So again, the since the business is running through God's grace, everything is working. So yeah, as I've told you earlier, we have such initiatives. So this is our partner adopted barangay in Lucban, Quezon, where we give hot meals and grocery packages to our families or the communities there. So it's not just about giving foods. I also invite some of our nurses or food technologists to share how to manage food in the family or in the household, because we wanted to teach them as well. Since our advocacy is zero food waste, we also wanted to share or to teach our communities how to do that. So aside from giving food, we also wanted to give knowledge to them. So we invite not just the kids, but also their mommies, here, their mommies, their daddies, their ates, their kuyas, or someone who are preparing their food in the family. So they could manage it well, they could throw it well if it's supposed to throw. So yeah. Mhm. So we have here for he satisfies the thirsty fills the hungry with good things. So it's Psalm 107, verse 9. So yeah, again, as I've told you earlier, I started with Young Farmers Challenge. That's where the business really booms. That's where the business um got famous, I think. Yeah, so this is how Young Farmers Challenge changed our journey. So from a simple idea of producing rice to a nationally recognized innovation. So for our audience, so for you to start your business, you could start with a problem. So we wanted to give a solution. So again, as I've told earlier, that entrepreneurs don't just build business to gain profit, but to help our communities. So you start with a problem. So for us, we saw a big problem of food waste from leftover rice or from the Bahaw. Then we develop an innovation, which is the Pangsapaw sa Bahaw. Again, this is ready to eat already. So it's very convenient for you to use. You just simply mix it with your rice. No need for cooking. But if you want to saute it, of course, it's the best. Or microwave it to have a hot meal. And then after you innovate a product, of course, you apply. You don't win if you don't apply. So you submit your business proposal and innovation concept to Department of Agriculture. And then I pitch the business since it's a business pitching competition. So you present everything they needed to know. And then afterwards, the grants are very helpful for us. So you grow the enterprise. So with the support of YFC, we expanded production, build partnerships, and reach more markets. So currently, we have lots of partner stores. But if you also wanted to help us, of course, we are open for that. And I also wanted to share with you that Young Farmers Challenge is not just a competition. It is a platform that transforms cultural ideas into sustainable enterprises. So it's a great program of Department of Agriculture for us young farmers, for us new generations to build our businesses because you can also join from a simple idea, even your product is still not present in the market. So even if it's still an idea, since the grant will be given to you, so that's where you could start. And then, yeah, some of the pictures are from my journey throughout Young Farmers Challenge. And again, this is my current award, Young Farmers Challenge National Awardee Upscale Category Champion. So this one's in Iloilo. So again, it's a national competition. So it's in Visayas. That's where it was held. So uh, there's a lot of Filipino farmers, lots of in the production area, in the processing area, in the technology category. So agribusiness is not just on production. So there's a lot of category. So but for Banahaw Creations, we're in under production category. So this is one of my slides in my national pitching category. I'm also wearing a chef dress there you know, to be presentable as well and um, to gain more confidence in myself because I myself is the one who cooks this. So there. Yeah, so again, some of the pictures, if you will be joining Young Farmers Challenge, I'm not just here to inspire. No, I'm also here to promote Young Farmers Challenge. So because it's a really great help for Banahaw Creations. So since that's where we started, I also wanted to share to some of the young entrepreneurs out there. So this one's in Baguio City, this one's in Tagaytay, this one's in Tagaytay as well. So we are really uh, very happy and very fortunate of having this Young Farmers Challenge behind Banahaw Creations. So there, again, some of the pictures, and we also had an opportunity to speak in front. because again, we are the top one in the upscale category. So it's a surprise message. So I just wanted to give thanks on that message. I give thanks, and I also inspire to continue having this agribusiness sector in the youth sector. So there again, so with the right attitude, with the right consistency, so Banahaw Creations is still here, and Banahaw Creations will be expanding more. Uh, what do you call this? So just stay there, and we will be having, or we will be collaborating with more businesses so that you can see us nationwide. So for you to contact us, we have our contact details here. You can call or text us to our number 0976 096 6724. And you could also email us on banahawcreations@gmail.com. Or you could also see our products through our own website. It's www.banahawcreations.com. And currently, we're also in Shopee so that you could order very convenient. So you just search Banahaw Creations on your Shopee application, and you can see our logo here, the red one. That's also our picture in the Shopee. So there, check us there. So thank you very much, and yeah, thank you very much.
All right. All right. So thank you very much, Xyza, for your presentation. It's really great to see the journey really from start to where you are right now. It's quite something to note that this was your thesis from last year, and then that you've been working on it until today. Okay, so we are at 8:45, so we have a few minutes for a few questions, maybe about 3 or 4 questions. We'll start the formal Q&A. Just a few rules before we begin for you so that you can ask a question. Number one, we'd like you to limit yourself to questions. Please refrain from just giving comments or your own opinion. We can reserve that for the informal session. For now, let's try to focus on one question and then maybe a follow-up so that we can give as many opportunities as possible for others to ask their questions as well. If you'd like to ask a question, there is an option to react. If you're on your computer or on your cell phone, you should have an option to react at the bottom of your screen. It should show, once you click that, it should show you an option to raise your hand. As you can see right now, I have a yellow hand on the top left corner of my video. That will line you up for questions. Failing that, you can put your question in the chat box. We will take note of your question once you put it into the chat box, and then we'll line you up for a question as well. Failing that, turn on your camera, wave around, try to catch our attention, and we will do our best uh, to line you up for your question. I'd like to ask the help of the rest of our audience joining us this morning um, to let us know if somebody is trying to catch our attention. Okay, so with that, the floor is open for questions. Is there anybody who'd like to ask a question first?
Yes. Yeah, yeah. The,
Hi,
Julius, can
Oscar.
I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Can I? Okay, may I ask our guest if she has already a FDA or a BFAD permit for because usually these food items they need a BFAD or an FDA permit. Uh, and but it takes a long time usually, so I'd like to know her experience. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that, Sir Oscar. So currently, since we're still MSME or we're still BMBE, we are currently working on our FDA facility so that we could our own FDA approval and TPR. But since we are having our production in a FDA certified facility. So yeah, I have to be honest with you, and I have to agree with you that it's really laborious, and it's really time consuming, and of course the capital, it's really big for it to happen. So as for us, as we continue to save our money, and as we continue to uh, prepare for FDA facility, we are making sure that our area is on the FDA LTO certified. So yeah, we're still working on it, and it's really hard time for get to have an FDA approval. So we're working on it, sir.
Oh, yeah. So, Julius, that's a common problem. The BFAD or the FDA. Maybe someday we should have a resource person from the FDA to try to, you know what I mean, sunog sa puwit. Because that's a real, I have heard that problem many times, that it
Yes,
takes almost 1 year to get something. And so it's, and usually the supermarkets, they don't accept
and
products that do not have an FDA permit. So that becomes a an obstacle to to the marketing successful launching of a product.
really,
Yeah,
that's
I
true.
would agree. Yeah, perhaps we can try to reach out to the FDA to see if they can give us maybe we can hold a session with them where they can talk about how to get this done. Um, so that's two things. The first one is the financial education aspect, and then now it's the compliance aspect, I think, of things.
You know, Julius, the excuse of the FDA is that they are undermanned, or they don't have enough budget, or things like that. Uh, and so maybe the Department of Agriculture can come up with a bigger budget for the FDA, so that they can employ more laboratory technicians, or things. Or the other alternative is that the FDA should subcontract the job of certification to laboratories. There are many good certified laboratories naman in the country, that can, you know be relied upon to do the subcontract. The FDA can still subcontract naman, so that we don't have this bottleneck. Yeah, Julius.
Julius, may I add, Julius, because I've been in touch with this whole problem. First of all, Food and Drug Administration is under Department of Health. The Secretary of Department of Health resigned yesterday, and
Mm.
there may be new Department of Health. But what I want to share with you is this: the FDA has been a big problem because when they want to certify something, and if they's in charge, they don't move. Now, what happened is that the person there was really strict, no? Didn't want anything to happen because they have to subcontract to DA. DA has the expertise, they don't. And the good news is this: about 3 weeks ago, they said that the new guy is now open to change, no? And therefore,
Mm.
with that openness to change, they will do this. This is extremely serious because our entire agriculture is held hostage by FDA because they do not have the expertise and yet they're required to give the certification. So I'd like to add, Oscar, I'll
Yes.
follow this up and I'll talk to our guest, no, Queen, and I'll talk to her
Yes, sir.
after the meeting because we'll see what we can do. But there's an opening now because there's a new FDA person, so we'll try and pursue
Good.
what you say. It's not under DA. DA is well intentioned, but they cannot control FDA, no. But with this new person, the assistant secretary told me she's talking to him, and for the first time, they got a guy there who's open. So I'll talk to Queen Anne about this. Okay, thank you, Oscar.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay. All
Hopefully we
right.
can move on it. Yeah. Bye.
All right, thanks very much, Oscar. All right, we have time for maybe one more question before we move on to the informal session.
Yeah.
But
Well, if there's no question, I'll give the question.
okay, go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. You know, Queen Anne, I used to be the chairman of the SME Council when I was in DTI. And what you have is totally fantastic. And of course, you're going to scale up, no? What I want to do, I read your resume in front of me. I came in at 8:03, and I was 3 minutes late, no? But I'd like to say that fantastic what you've done. What we want to do now with people like you is that while you scale up to medium, that's great. You can have a lot of entrepreneurs coming up, following your example, and we'll have a micro bloom, no? But right now, the question we have really is a question of global competition. While we help our micros become medium, in the meantime, Vietnam comes in and they say, I want 1,000 hectares of ube. And all of a sudden, our ube people who are doing this little stuff, no, they lose because these guys come in imported with economies of scale and we just lose out. Of course, there's also room for micro, no? But Queen Anne, what I'd like you to think about is this, no? Think about scaling up, not just in terms of your own firm from micro to small and medium, but how this particular thing, no, can be done in a big way. And one important way to do that is to go to the big boys, no, the big boys, and then you franchise or you sell your patent to them and all that, and then we give because our let's see, I just got muted, I think. Yeah. Well, anyway,
No, no,
anyway, go
you're
ahead. Anyway, so Queen Anne, that's it, no? Right now, we're in competition for survival, all right? Our exports are 9 billion, Vietnam is 61 billion. Our mangoes are going, everything is going crazy. And as we scale up our micro, we must think of the big picture, which is scaling up in a big way. For example, consolidation, we think it's about 100 hectares. When Vietnam does it, they do it with 1,000 hectares. Now we're talking about this kind of stuff. So, for example, you're processing, you can do it. And I like what you said in your talk. You look around and don't ask people, see what you have, and do value. That's extremely, extremely important. And I think you're an inspiration. We should have more of that, no? Because small is beautiful. But in addition, since you're a awardee from Los Baños, where I also studied, think about scaling up that kind of insight you have, no? Even your strength right now, how can we scale that up? Because if you got something really powerful there, right? Okay, we can scale up. So that's all I want to say. No, it's fantastic. Your story is fantastic, and I'll be talking to you by phone very soon. Okay, thank you.
Thank you
right.
very much for that, sir.
Okay, so thank you very much, Oscar and Ernie, for your questions and comments on how we might be able to on some of the challenges actually we still need to tackle that hinder the real growth and development of young entrepreneurs and SMEs, MSMEs such as Banahaw Creations with Xyza. Um, but yeah, unfortunately, we do have to end our formal session. For those of you who are with us online this morning, please do stay on for the informal session where we can continue our conversation with our speaker for this morning. But if you are joining us through our social media uploads 2 weeks later, I'm afraid this is the extent of what you can get without being a donor of the foundation. So before we end the formal session, may I please ask for our certificate of appreciation to be flashed on screen. All right. So the Agribusiness and Countryside Development Foundation, in partnership with the Management Association of the Philippines, in partnership with the Management Association of the Philippines, together with all of our members, individual, corporate, special partner, and senior special partner institutions, all present this certificate of appreciation to Queen Anne Xyza Salayo for her invaluable support in the advocacy and promotion of agribusiness and countryside development, and for her commendable and unselfish services rendered to this foundation as a resource speaker, given on our 13th online session of 2026, this 14th day of July in Pasig City, Philippines. Signed, Ernie Ordonez as our chair and myself as ours.